Hello, I'm State Representative Kathy Haigh, and I represent the 35th Legislative District, which includes all of Mason County and parts of Thurston, Grays Harbor, and Kitsap counties. As we enter into the 6th week of the legislative session, our work on the state budget is getting more intense. Lawmakers are working to balance a shortfall that might top $7 billion before long. That's about 20% of our state budget. Sadly, nearly every state in the nation is struggling. In fact, California, a state whose economy is the 8th largest in the world, announced last week that they are completely broke. IOUs are replacing college scholarships and health care payments. These are unprecedented times, and no one is certain how this will play out in the end. As chair of the Education Appropriations Committee, I'm very involved in budget discussions, and I feel the enormous responsibility of protecting one of our state's most critical and important investments, education. Last week, we passed the Early Action Savings Bill to trim nearly $300 million over the next 5 months. We did have to make some cuts to education, but I'm hoping that as we begin building the 2-year budget for 2009 through 2011, we can fill those cuts back in. One of the investments I'm most concerned about is our I-728 funding. I-728 is the classroom size reduction initiative voters approved by nearly 72% in 2000. I-728 goes towards things like early learning for at-risk kids, smaller class sizes in grades kindergarten through 4th, and professional development to help teachers improve and update their skills. I-728 has meant at least an additional $140 for every student in our K-12 system, and it can be even more. In recent years, I-728 funding has been almost double that, well over $200 per student. Unfortunately, because I-728 is not considered a part of basic education, it is not protected, and it is on the table for cuts. This money makes a real difference in our classrooms. It's incredibly important that as we try to bridge the $7 billion shortfall, we don't forget that our education is in fact our paramount duty. Nearly 72% of our voters said yes to I-728 in 2000 and today. In 2009, we can't forget that this is an investment voters feel passionately about. I'll talk more in the coming weeks about how the budget is unfolding. In the meantime, if you have other ideas or questions to share, please let me know. My contact information is at the bottom of the screen. I'd love to hear from you. I'm Kathy Haigh, and I'll see you again next week.